Hey y'all, welcome. So years ago, I couldn't lose weight, right? No matter what I did. My periods were a nightmare. Doctors told me I need medication. So 80% of my PCOS symptoms gone. No meds. I know, right? It sounds crazy, but hear me out. Grab some coffee, tea, water, or whatever you prefer, because I'm sharing exactly what I did. You ready? In the next 9 minutes, I'm going to give you 3 things, the exact foods I eliminated, the timeline of when I saw results, and the one supplement that did wonders to regulate my cycles. No fluff, just what worked. Dealing with PCOS, endometriosis, and infertility can feel like an endless battle. And if you're like many, you might be frustrated by the lack of real solutions out there. For me, it all started with understanding the importance of diet in managing PCOS. So you ready? Let's go. I've dealt with PCOS symptoms really since I was a teenager, but my journey with PCOS didn't really begin until 2013 when I first started noticing changes in my body. I had irregular period. I'm talking 12 days menstrual cycles, PCOS weight gain, and acne. You know, the classic symptoms that many of us with PCOS are all too familiar with. It was tough, not just physically, but also mentally, of course. I felt like I was losing control over my own body. Those symptoms didn't just stop at physical changes. They also took a toll on my mental health. I experienced mood swings, anxiety, and feeling like I was alone. I remember crying in the bathroom after bleeding and spotting for 2 weeks straight. I felt broken, like my body was betraying me, right? If you've ever felt that way, you're not alone. I knew I needed to make some changes, but I wasn't sure of where to start. PCOS can be overwhelming, but I was determined to find a way to manage it. I wanted to do a full detox to reset my system. My now husband, who was my boyfriend at the time, he did some research and found an all-natural body detox. Do me a favor, drop supplements in the comments right now if you want the exact brands that I used. I am revealing everything in next week's video. And if you're dealing with PCOS after 35, hit subscribe because I'm sharing my entire fertility protocol over the next month. Okay. The number one supplement that helped me in my insulin resistance wasn't metformin. It was something that you can literally buy at any health food store or even on Amazon for under $20. And I'm breaking down the exact dosage and timing in Tuesday's video. So I started the full body detox, right? I ate raw vegan food for 21 days. I gave up alcohol. I basically ate spinach salads with a few more ingredients and a bunch of nuts. Literally. I know it was extreme, but you know what? At the time, it's what I felt was the step I needed to take to reset my body. It wasn't easy, right? It wasn't easy at all. There were times where I felt like giving up, obviously, especially when I went out with friends or at social events. I definitely felt the pressures of societal norms and wanting to conform, not to mention the cravings. But I kept reminding myself of why I started this journey to begin with. I wanted to take control of my health and my body. By cutting out meat and dairy, I was able to improve insulin resistance, and my body was becoming more effective at controlling sugar. Low blood sugar equals less sugar cravings, right? That also meant I was eating less calories and fat. Suddenly, I started to lose inches of my body and I dropped overall weight. In a matter of months, I went from 141 pounds to 130 pounds. But here's what shocked me. Even more than losing 11 pounds, my brain fog, it completely disappeared. I could think clearly for the first time in years. The turning point came when I noticed that my energy levels were increasing and my acne started to finally clear up. It was a small change, but it was enough to motivate me to keep going. I also started to notice improvements in my mental health. My mood swings were less frequent, and I felt more in control. With my improved energy level and clear mental space, I thought I had it all figured out. But I made one mistake that almost derailed everything. I got cocky and I went back to eating dairy during holidays. Within 48 hours, my acne flared up and I gained 3 pounds of water weight. That's when I realized I needed more than just diet. I started consistently doing yoga and I scheduled weekly acupuncture sessions. I then slowly started to add fish, salmon, and tuna into my meals. It became more about changing my lifestyle than just dieting. As I continued on this path, I started to see more significant changes. My periods became more regular, and I noticed improvements in my overall well-being. Real talk. If you're still watching right now, drop a heart emoji in the comments. I want to know who's actually serious about reversing PCOS naturally, because what I'm about to share is the exact framework I used. So, to recap my journey, I focused on making sustainable lifestyle changes. I learned that it's not just about one specific diet or one magic solution. It's all about making long-term changes that work for you. For me, that meant focusing on resetting my body with a vegan raw food diet, incorporating whole foods, exercise, and stress management. I went from eating nothing in the morning or from eating a bagel with cream cheese to eating chia seeds pudding with fruit, or, having an egg with avocado on one piece of toast. It was all about making these gradual changes that would change the course and my mindset so that I can continue to do that for years to come. Next Tuesday, I'm revealing the exact 5 supplements that took me from an irregular 12-day cycle to normal periods in 3 months, including the one supplement that my doctor said was a waste of money, but it changed everything. And here's what makes me angry. My doctor never mentioned that inositol could address insulin resistance naturally. In Tuesday's video, I'm exposing the 3 things doctors don't tell you about fertility supplements after 35, including why they push certain medications when natural alternatives do the same thing. So hit subscribe so you don't miss it. Okay? Thank you so much for watching. I love you. Mwah. Bye.